Hey, welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl, Tony D. Floyd. My phone telling me I don't have that much memory left. That's fine. We got a whole 30 minutes, but we're not going to need them. I just want to say something real quick about the single mama saga. Whoo, child, I'm knee deep in it this week. But I wanted to make a real specific point about the difference between consideration and priority. So I was talking to my adult son yesterday about my adult daughter. And there's a whole mess going on right there with the adult daughter right now. But not going to get into it because I'm still processing that whole thing. But my son gave me some insight on why the girl's so angry and, what the problem really is. And in that conversation, it occurred to me, and I shared with him, that, our kids, as they age, they still have these high expectations of mom. Dads can pretty much do and say and be and go, and everybody just, oh, that's just him. That's just him. And they leave it alone. Or they be mad and don't say nothing to him. They just get over it somehow. But when it's the mother, you're just awful. You're the worst thing in the world. You just catch all the grief, right? You weren't good enough. You weren't soft enough. You weren't nice enough. You weren't supportive enough. The list is extensive for the mother's transgressions in the child's life. Now, at some point, kids do level out and go, oh, my mother's great. She's everything. We best friends. But in the middle, it's a little rocky. In them teenage years, whoo, child, in those early 20s, they be like, you the worst. And they don't have no problem telling you, you the worst. I don't even want to deal with you. And sometimes they don't even speak to you for a long time. But here's the thing. I was telling my son that as the children age, things taper off and they become very different for a mother. In my particular case, let me just tell you what I'm talking about. Around the time I turned, well, it ain't about how old I was, but within the last 5 years, when both of my kids entered adulthood, I have come to the realization that I need to be a priority for myself. Like, if you're a good parent, you know the line is, it's the kids or it's me. It's the kids or it's me. Who's the priority? Who's going to get the attention, the money, the resources, the entertainment time, the whatever they need? Who's going to get the things first? Usually when your kids are small, it's the kids. They get everything first. Or they get everything and you don't complain about it because you know that you did right by them, right? But at a certain point, I'm not going to say at a certain age, but at a certain point when you realize that they are over there making decisions, literally over there, not here in your space where you are. They over there somewhere making decisions and budgets and sexual choices and, where they going to sleep and how they going to live and what time they going to come home and all of that because they not in your home. But when they get to that point, it's pretty much okay to start treating them with consideration versus as the priority. You see what I'm saying? They not babies no more. They whole grown-ups. I can give you consideration. Like, for instance, I'm not going on OnlyFans and teaching people some of the things I know how to do because I know that you might catch wind of it, and that just wouldn't be respectful to my lineage. I'm not going to go out on these internet streets and act a fool because it might reflect on you. It might come back to you. You're just not going to understand or see me the same way. So I'm just not going to act a fool like that. But that's giving you consideration as my child, as my adult child, as my adult offspring, because you ain't a child no more. As a priority, I would have always made sure your needs came first. Whatever you had to understand, I would just put my stuff on the back burner till one day when I'm older, one day when I'm retired, one day when, you know how we do, one day when X, Y, and Z, I'm going to think about myself first. Well, I'm there. I'm there. It's all about me. And people not understanding the transition, even though you weren't here to see the transition, you know from talking to me that there was a transition because I'm no longer saying, well, I want to do X, Y, and Z. What do you think? I don't talk to them about that. I do what I want to do. And then they be like, you did this, that, and the other. And I be like, yeah. Well, why? Because I'm grown. I paid my dues. I did my stuff. You all right? What you got to do with this? I'm doing me. I got a 12-year-old, yes. He's a priority. But his needs are met too. And he a big old 12-year-old. So it ain't like, I got a little baby who I got to get a babysitter for. If I'm going to go away for some days, I'm going to send him somewhere safe. But I ain't got to worry about what he going to do for 2 hours while I'm outside. He going to play that game. That's all he going to do. He going to act like the game is life. I know what he going to do. He going to eat up everything he can. As long as I put stuff in there, he be fine. He'll call me if he needs something. If I stay out past 7 o'clock on a school night, he want to know, where you at? I'm outside. You ain't come home on time, so you didn't get to go with me and you don't know where I'm at. But I'll be there in a minute. Consideration. I'm past the priority stage, people. You are not children anymore. And my son, the old son, keeps saying, you're our mother. But when he says it like, mothers have certain responsibilities, obligations, and there's certain standards you must meet forever. You're our mother. You got to listen to us when we call and complain about stuff. He tells me, now this is very specific to me. He said, you're so transactional and logical. You're our mother. We don't want that. I'm like, ah, crap. You've been here this whole time. Have we met? Do you know who I am? Of course I'm transactional and logical. Decisions can't be made with emotions. You want me to be soft? I ain't never been soft. I have my moments. Like when you are a little teeny baby, all the way up until the time when you're like 3 and you start pushing me away, you don't want no kisses and hugs and all that. All right, well, there's a boundary. We didn't cross the line. So now I got to treat you just a little bit differently. I got to give you some independence. Then when you get older and you want to start talking trash when you're 12, 13, doing your hair like this and talking, I got to make another transition. This is all part of the plan. We transitioning into another age. It's a new era. It's the evolution of the mother-son, mother-daughter relationship. Baby, you old. You doing the same things I'm doing. More than me. Consideration makes me listen to you sometimes, but I'm always going to be like, okay, so what's the objective here? What are we trying? Ain't no objective, Floyd. Like, I don't understand the conversation then. I don't know what we doing here. I'm just talking to you because you my mother. Okay. I wish you would tell me that in advance. We not solving the problem, Floyd. I just want you to listen. I can respect that. I could go with that, but you didn't say that. So I'm always, okay, what we about to do? We not about to do nothing, Floyd. He gets so... But I'm learning because we just got to this transition. He's 21. It's going to take me a minute with you. But each kid is different. So when my daughter got to her transition, she wanted me to just basically, this is the criteria. Shut the hell up. Don't tell me nothing. Don't ask me nothing. Leave me alone till I need something. Well, his transition was a little different. He wanted me to listen all the time. He don't want me to say much. He want me to listen all the time. And it's always about the same thing. I don't really process things that way. I usually go from, we have a problem. Oh, let me get the information, do the research, and find out how to get past this problem. And then we're going to put it in our review and get to the next thing. But that ain't how he want to do stuff. I'm learning. We all learning together, I guess. But he don't really appreciate the transitional phase that we in right here. You our mother, Floyd. You supposed to... So many things I'm supposed to do. But I'm definitely supposed to be softer in their opinion. And I'm supposed to be like... well, I guess motherly. I'm not motherly, okay? I am Android. He called me an Android. He did. I can respect that because I totally see what he's saying. I've always been that though. Well, not always. I've been that since you got past the 3-year-old. Don't hug me, don't kiss me no more. Get off me. Let me go do this. I don't want to hold your hand across the street. When we got past that, I had to switch it up and I had to give you a little bit of rope. And now, and then I started relaxing the whole mommy thing. So now I'm just in education mode. And I start teaching you things about the world and about life and about people and about communication. And I start talking to you and giving you information that's like making other people around me go, why are you talking to these kids this much? They kids. They should shut up and listen to what you say and just go do that. Why you got to reason with these kids? Don't be giving them. Hold it. I knew what I was raising. My kids are a little bit different. I want them to be ahead of the game, not behind it. So now they sharp and they hip. You ain't getting over on them because of how I talk to them and because of what I gave them. That's what I thought my job was to do. Okay? After the huggy kissy phase, don't want to hold my hand crossing the street. You on your own a little bit. You got more autonomy. So I went to the teacher mode. And then he goes, you always want to teach somebody something. Sometimes I just want you to be quiet and listen. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, that was a comical conversation this morning. It didn't end comically though. I was mad when I hung up the phone on him, but that's neither here nor there. It's part of the transition to adulthood, child, offspring person. But yeah, there comes a time in every single mama's life, every mama's life, every parent's life, where you just got to go cross the street from making them your priority to over here in consideration while you make you the priority territory. So that's where I am. And it's a little uncomfortable for them. I'm good. I had to also tell my son this very morning, when you're in your 20s or, you're younger, 18, whatever, you start getting a young adulthood, you feel like all you really want out of life is somebody to understand you, somebody to accept you, somebody to appreciate you. At 51, almost 52, I want the same thing. Only I want it a little differently now. I want it like, pretty much it's a black and white thing now. It's about either you do or you don't accept me. And if you don't, then you over there outside. But if you do, you can be in here and play with us. You can be with us. It's not like, I'm going to keep interacting with people who don't. Earlier, in the 20s and the 30s, you might have keep them around a little bit, but, they fall off. And it's fine. Part of the evolution. We coming on across the street over here too. I'm the priority. Therefore, I need certain things from my people or they can't be my people. And he's like, Floyd, you're our mother. I don't know why you don't understand. You should just be. See, if you preface any statement to me with, you should just, I'm automatically going, nope, I ain't doing it. I don't want to. This, like my ex used to say, this here is what you get. Take it or leave it. That's just how I feel. I'm still giving you consideration because I'm talking to you like an adult. This is how my life works now. You can still be in it. I can still give you all the listening that you want and all those things. I can still teach you sometimes, but you just got to let me know when these conversations start. What are we doing? I really need that because, Android or whatever, I need that information or else I'm not going to know how to process this, what we doing. I really need to know. It pisses him off that I need to know. Why you can't just be the mother? I don't know what that means to you, but it don't mean nothing to me. I need specifics. What we doing? Am I solving the problem or not? Not? Okay, I'm going to be quiet, but I don't know how long I'm supposed to listen. See, that's the transactional part. What am I getting out of this? What are we doing? What's in it for us? Like, what are we accomplishing? That's the transactional part that he don't like. It's got to do something. It's got to mean something. It's got to result in something, or else I done just wasted my time. I don't waste time. I don't waste money. I don't waste time. Everything I do got to have a reason, a purpose, and a result I'm trying to achieve. That's just where I'm at in my life. He can't handle that. I'm going to keep trying to explain it to them, but it is what it is. It ain't changing. So keep saying, because you're our mother. But the same way you want me to hear you and understand that I should be a little different for you, you can't apply that to the other side and say, maybe I should apply some things and understand who she is, because she's already that. She's already there. She ain't changing from that. I should adjust to understand where my mother now is in her development. They don't do that though. Single mama, married mama, it don't matter. They can't do that for you. Because you just, in the box, you my mother. That's it. That's all they know. Whatever they expect, they just going to expect it forever. We're going to keep trying to teach them. I'm going to keep trying to show them how it's different. And I say show them because I ain't going to keep talking. I'm going to just let you watch me. See how I move. You can have a problem with it if you want to, but that's your problem, not my problem. I'm just saying. Consideration has been given. But you are no longer my priority. Deal with it.